citizens of Africa, fellow citizens, of Africa,
Blogging since 2003, hitting the left, the right, the center, black, white, red and yellow, loved by some, acclaimed by many, coming straight from New Jersey, via New York, via Jamaica, via a ship named Jesus, is Sanjata, Mr. Ola Tunji! Welcome to Garvey's Ghost TV, March 1st, 2010. In the news, killer whale kills. Managers at the water park, that has since reopened, said that killer whales are happy. And they have proof that this happiness was the willingness to breed in captivity. In Palestine a few weeks ago, some Palestinians dressed up as characters from the movie Avatar. To avoid tear gas from Israelis soldiers, this avatar decided to put a plastic bag on his head. Tear gas or suffocation? Tear gas? Suffocation? In U.S. news, the Department of Defense has redefined its definition of terrorism, responding to both widespread commentary on the web in regards to the last flight of Joe Stack, and to comply with President Obama's orders to be more transparent. The Department of Defense has clarified its website. The definition of terrorist has been changed to Muslim on a plane with gun, knife, or bomb. Later, the website was updated to read Muslim. Continuing on in U.S. news, this close of Black History Month, we have found that our white brothers and sisters have left us large gifts to celebrate and honor Black History Month. Number one, on February 26th, between the hours of 1 and 2 a.m., students from the University of Missouri were seen running from the Black Cultural Center, where they had lovingly left gifts of cotton balls. We thank you for that. At the University of California in San Diego, where there have been protests over a fraternity holding a Compton cookout, where females were told to wear cheap clothes, gold teeth, and short nappy hair, a noose was lovingly hung in the library on a signpost. We thank you for that gift. And lastly, Republican Trent Franks of Arizona made the claim that far more of the African American community is being devastated by the policies of today than were being devastated by slavery. We thank you, Republican Trent Franks, for giving us that information. Because we black folk, we loved chattel slavery. It was a great time we all wish we could go back to. Oh, we reminisce lovingly on auction blocks. Oh, for the days of families being split apart and sent to different states. Oh, how we miss those days. We long for the days of coerced concubinage of our daughters. We long for the days of being hunted down for dogs, running through swamps. What made us ever think to run north? We should have stayed in the south. It was perfect. Even now I can reminisce of the days when we had men in white sheets just show up in front of our shacks and lovingly burning holy crosses on our lawns and coming into our houses and pulling our kin out at gunpoint and lynching them. We long for the return of those days. I'm sorry. We long for the days when we just took care of white people's children and neglected our own, or had them out in the fields picking cotton and tobacco as soon as they could walk. I just can't say. And the food scraps. We miss these food scraps, the leftovers, and having to make food out of the pieces of the animals that you wouldn't eat, and the leftover vegetables that you wouldn't eat. I tell you, being worked to death and working from sunup to sundown until we died and being replaced by other kin. I tell you, those were such good days. I cannot pass this up. If you think that crack is good, if you think chocolate is good, if you think getting high or drunk is good, that's nothing compared to a public whipping. Let me tell you, it is the best. Nothing compares to lovingly being whipped by a person in front of everyone, blood draining down our backs and not being able to lean back on anything. Yes, being whipped in public are things that we just need to have back because it was perfect. And those days when we couldn't read and write, dude, I mean, I'm speechless. I mean, seriously. Not being able to read and write. I mean, I don't have to read anything. Hey, dude. And lastly, I tell you, I even have urge to do these nowadays. You know, that time when we were walking down the sidewalk, when we were allowed off the plantations, and we could go into town and walk on sidewalks. And you know, when we walked and white people were coming and how we had to jump into the street. Dude, best thing ever. I mean, even now, today, whenever I'm in New York and I'm walking down the street and I see white people coming, I have this urge to jump into the street just so they can walk by without me. Dude, I'm right with you. We need to go back to those days because it clearly was better than what we have now. Idiot. This has been Garvey's Ghost TV. March 1st, 2010. I'm Mr. Tunji. Ting and ting and ting and ting.